So many amazing things are happening on the TikTok platform in 2024. And I think there's going to be some things that we do not like. Like we didn't like some things in 2023. There's some things that we don't like that's happening right now, and I think some of those things may continue or change. But today we're going to talk about my TikTok 2024 predictions, the things I think you need to watch out for, and of course, why I think that you still should be creating content on the TikTok platform. So, welcome back to another episode of the Keenya podcast, where we talk about all things about your business, marketing your business, and having a balanced life. Today, we are specifically talking about all things TikTok because it is still one of the hottest social media platforms out there. It is still a place where people spend hours and hours and hours of their time consuming content. And it is still the place where most marketers are still not quite taking it seriously in terms of learning how to create on the platform and developing a strategy. But today, I want to try my best to change that and to tell you what we have coming up on TikTok. So if you are catching this on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you can get all the notifications every single time we have a new episode, because we have new episodes 3 times a week. If you're listening to this on the podcast, make sure you come on over to YouTube, because this is a live video podcast, and so you're able to listen to me and you can watch me and all of my shenanigans. So I do have a little list here. You are going to kind of see me looking off screen a little bit, and that's me making sure that I stick to the point and give you the reason why you're here. So one of the first things that I think that's going to continue on with TikTok this year is going to be TikTok's focus on TikTok Shop. So if you are new to TikTok Shop, what is basically happening on TikTok is it's kind of like QVC style. So a product-based business can set up a TikTok shop. They can put their inventory in TikTok Shop, and then they're able to sell it. Now, what also happens is that, TikTok is constantly looking for creators that they think would promote that particular product, and that brand can reach out as well. So for example, let's just say that I sell ink pens, because I'm showing it on screen. I can put my inventory of ink pens inside a TikTok Shop, and then there are these features for creators. So someone like me as a creator, I can have it turned on to where brands can reach out to me if they want me to create content with them for lots of different reasons, and specifically in TikTok Shop. And so what happens is that, let's just say the pen creator puts their inventory up there, lists the price for the item, and they will say, here's how much I will pay a creator to sell each item. So let's just say that this product is $9. Well, the company, the pen company, can then say, well, I will pay Keenya $2 or $1 every single time she sells an ink pen. Okay. And so then creators like me are able to go into TikTok Shop, search for things that we want to promote. We can either buy the products or we can ask for them for free, and then we can then promote those products on TikTok Shop for the brand. And TikTok is really pushing this right now. They've been pushing it for a while, and a lot of us are seeing where our content is just not doing anything right now on the platform, because they are still really heavily focused on TikTok Shop. Now, the downside of this is that all the people who are creating content on a regular basis are not happy with, spending all this time creating content and then nothing happening, because TikTok has its agenda of TikTok Shop. Now, some people are very happy with TikTok Shop because they are someone who have their products there and they're able to sell them. And so one of the things that's happening with a TikTok Shop is, so that's the one layer of it. But the second layer is that TikTok has launched a fulfillment center in the UK. And so people that are in, the United Kingdom, when they are purchasing things from TikTok Shop, or you put your inventory in TikTok Shop, well, it's very similar to Amazon. So now the people that have products are able to get them shipped out quickly by, the TikTok fulfillment center. And I feel like that they are testing that out in the UK. And I think that probably at some point in time this year, maybe the latter part of this year, that it's going to come to the United States, or it could be 2025 that they will launch fulfillment center. They've been talking about this for quite some time, like a couple years now. And so I think that we're just watching it just, navigate its way. Do I think that TikTok is going to continue pushing it the way that it is and not letting content creators content be rolled out? No, because I think they will start losing people on the platform that are constantly being pushed. Like all you see is ads, and then those people that are creating content, they're going to stop creating content because they are not getting the results that they want to experience on the TikTok platform. So that's my first prediction for 2024. The second thing I think is going to happen is DM automation. I've been saying this now for a couple years. I said that it would happen by the end of last year, potentially, but I think that we're watching that it's slowly beginning to become a thing more and more and more. And the reason why I say that is because for the longest time, you couldn't really send a DM to anybody. Then you could only send a DM to people that you follow them and they follow you. Then it became that you can choose who can send a DM to you. And then now what's happening is now we've got the message request folder, very similar to Instagram, okay? And then with TikTok Shop, with all the different things and marketers being there, it is in TikTok's best interest to begin to really treat TikTok like a social media platform, and direct messaging is a huge part of that. And I really, really, really feel like all these different amazing tools that allow people to market, send a code, send a keyword or whatever, and they're able to send them a link in DM. I feel like that's really going to take off this year. I still think it's going to be the latter part of the year when that happens, because that's a lot of work to open up the API and just do all these different things that has to happen on the TikTok platform and all of these devices in order for that thing to work. But I do think that it is coming, because I've watched them over the last 3 years navigate this way through the DM automation system. And the last thing I feel is there is just DM automation. Another thing that I think TikTok is going to focus on even more is going to be live stream. Right now, what they have focused on mostly is people that are like creators getting gifts and things of that nature. And then they launched TikTok Shop, through live streaming. And I think that they're going to do even more, because towards, I think it's like September, October of 2023, we got notifications where you're able to go live on desktop if you had a PC. Not for iOS users, but only those that have a PC. And they said that it is going to come for iOS. Why would they do that? Because they want more people to be streaming, whether it is gamers or whomever. People like us that are marketers, we want to be able to stream, we want to be able to use software. Like for me, I use StreamYard, and I like to be able to stream to all the different platforms all at one time so that I can be on one stream, one screen, and not having to go to a bunch of different screens. And so because they opened it up to the PC last year, I do believe that it's going to open up to iOS this year. Now, what is the benefit of that? One of the things is that the more time people spend on the platform for you and for TikTok is the better, okay? Because the last thing that they want is people coming onto the platform and leaving, right? They want people to come, spend time, and all the things. Because if they really start doing what they can do in live stream, then there's going to be an opportunity for, I think, where you're going to be able to bring in TikTok Shop and you're able to sell different items inside of TikTok Shop. That may already be there on a business account. I have a personal account, so I haven't seen that yet. But if it's not there yet, I think that it will be. And then, of course, it's just a way to really creators are able to do live stream and do what they do, and they're able to get paid or what have you. But also, when I talk about the last thing with what TikTok is launching for their own self, I think it's going to help TikTok be an even bigger moneymaker. But also, it's important to know that when you're streaming, and if you're getting paid gifts and all these different things while you're streaming, you're making money, but TikTok is making a portion of that. So the more people that they have streaming, making money and all that, the more passive income that TikTok is able to bring in, because you're doing the work of streaming and then they're making money. Another thing I think that TikTok is going to focus on, which there already are, is pushing for longer content. Okay, we all know right now you're able to shoot up to 20 minutes on TikTok. Yes, you can shoot up to 20 minutes now on TikTok, and you can upload the same amount as well. And what does that do? One, it is becoming very much so like a YouTube, okay? They want people spending the most amount of time on the platform. And so they've already said with one of the creator programs that you will get paid as your videos go beyond 1 minute. So once your videos go beyond 1 minute, then that's when you start to make money. I can't remember what the program is called, but that's the program that is out there, right? And so they're pushing for that, okay? Because one, like if creators are getting paid, they're happy. And two, if you're creating longer content, you're spending more time on the platform. If you're creating longer content, people are watching longer content, so they're spending more time on the platform. And they are able to put in ads, right? So if you've got these 10-minute videos, well, guess what happens? They're able to serve up a number of ads in your video, and of course, you can get paid. So that hasn't happened yet, but that is what I see is coming. Another thing that we already know TikTok is planning on doing, because they've already said it before, is they are launching their own line of products. I'm not talking about just TikTok t-shirts or TikTok merch. I'm talking about Shein style, Temu style, TikTok style, where you've got the most, and I read it somewhere where it's like the most popular products in the US that they see that are doing the best. TikTok, their own fulfillment center, their own like content, not creation, but like their own product creation company. They're going to create their own products to battle those USA products. Now, the downside of that is if you are a product-based business and then you become in competition with TikTok, like they're gonna, it sounds really bad when I say this, but your product may be $30, they're gonna come underneath it and charge it $20 or maybe $15, which is not fun at all for you as a business owner. But they did say it, that means it is coming, and we have to just be prepared for that. And then the last thing that I see that they are doing is I feel like they're going to be spending even more time helping artists get paid, okay? Not those that paint, so to speak, but I'm talking about those that make music, because they just announced a new feature to where if you are an artist on TikTok, you set up your profile and then you can upload four of your tracks, and then your music can get featured on TikTok so people can use it in challenges or in content or whatever. But also there's a new little feature to where underneath your profile it says something like artist or something like that. That way you have a tag and it alerts people that are watching your content who you are and that you are an artist. But I also think that they're going to utilize that and make it even better to where now those artists are going to be able to get paid for their content, okay? Because not everybody has a connect in Hollywood or in Nashville or wherever, but you can get discovered on TikTok and also you can get paid on TikTok. That's what I think is coming. I haven't heard anything about the whole money part with artists, but I think it makes a lot of sense because TikTok is setting the trends on what people want to hear, what music they want to hear, and that is what's doing what it's doing, okay? So those are my predictions this year for TikTok. If you're saying to yourself that, hey, I still need to learn how to use TikTok, we have an amazing course that's called Monetize the Talk, where I teach you all of my strategies on how to utilize the platform, how to get people to buy your products and services, and ultimately how to make money. And so our course, it's normally $5.97, but because you are a podcast viewer and listener, we will give you our discount that we give on email. And so if you go to monetizethetalkcourse.com, monetizethetalkcourse.com, and use the coupon code MTTC, which stands for Monetize the Talk course, MTTC, will give you $300 off. So you can get that same course for $297, which normally costs $597 if you use the coupon code MTTC. Okay, so thank you so much for listening and watching.